Good morning, and again, Merry Christmas to all the members of the Spring Attack group. Um, we line up on Boxing Day, pretty ordinary meetings, actually a bit disappointing. Uh, Going through the forward card, Saturday doesn't look that flash. Looks like they're all going to line up on New Year's Day for the main racing, which is not uncommon anyway. That's usually quite a good day's racing all around Australia and in New Zealand. I had a look at the meetings. Caulfield mightn't be too bad. There might be a bit of value there based on the fact that if we play the quaddie in the first leg, don't like the favourite or the second favourite. I mean, the favourite's a thing called Too Deadly. It's won 3 races. 2 of them were 2.5, 3 years ago. Backmarker and a dog. So wouldn't want to be taken 3 to 1, 7 to 2. It and Float My Boat's drawn wide with an imbecile riding it. So nice favourite and second favourite there, so certainly some value in that race, and that's the driving force behind the thinking that we may play a quaddie at Caulfield. In race 5, that's the first leg, as I say, Too Deadly, Float My Boat. Not interested in either of those two. Probably work around 9, 7, 12, 13 and 5 in the first leg. Go to the second leg. Winter Chiller was super impressive, winning. Could just about bank it on one ticket and take maybe the number 4 Winter Chiller as a banker. Take 6, 8 and perhaps 13 on the secondary ticket. Only gave 2 others. Alvarani, if it was a wet track, all its wins have been on heavy ground, and it's not going to get that. But its first up run was good, and it does go good second up. It'll be a price. And Kimco goes good this distance, 6 out of 10 in the money, but the barrier, no, absolutely no help out there. I think probably this is the skinny leg. Take an anchor with the 4 Winter Chiller for the main bet, and then take 6, 8, 13 as the secondary ticket. Race 7, again a race, not a lot of chances here. Don't Get Excited was a big win first up. It's dropping 6 kilos into this tougher race, listed race. It's drawn wide again. It's going to be hard to beat. Richie's Vibe, Love You Madly, Chase the Rainbow and Caractacus, they look, excuse me, the only winning chances in the race. Wouldn't take anything outside those. And the last race is not bad. Don't like the favourite here either, Initiator. I think it's weak. There might be a bit of value here around 16 Prince Jester. Looked a chance last start, loomed up and the weight got it. It's dropping a bit of weight here, so that's going to help it. Dropping 4.5 kilos. Savitar, Magnapal, and a couple of roughies, Tilla Bell Rings and Aurum Spirit. And the only other one I'd consider, depending on when they started, is number 15, Kiss Me Canut. If they start in this race, then obviously it's got a chance. Means they're going to scratch it out of the other engagement on the weekend. So I think the Caulfield quaddie is probably a viable proposition. We'll play that. Had a look at New Zealand, a couple of reasonable races at Awapuni. In race 6, I think, race 5. In race 5, number 4, My Mink Coat. It was a fairly ordinary ride last time on this. There was cruising coming to the turn, and then he's got it buried on the rails. He couldn't get it out, and went to the line, beaten 2 or 3 lengths. If he gets it through, it probably goes close to winning. So I wouldn't want to be taking any silly price about it, but if you can get 7 or 8 to 1 or better, it's definitely worth a chance in that race. So that's Awapuni race 5, number 4, My Mink Coat. The other New Zealand meeting is at Ellerslie. Some good races here. There's a couple of horses going around that have won by big spaces last start. in the last race, number 3, Bite the Bullet. Now this absolutely killed him at Ellerslie last start over a mile. Carried 58 kilos. It's going up a level here, but it was that impressive. I think it can take the step up. It's the one to beat. Number 3, Bite the Bullet. The danger horse could be a horse number 14, Hot Rod. It was tailed off early and they'd made really good ground, get up behind him coming to the turn and get knocked over. He got it going again late and ran on, beaten 2 lengths. It was a pretty decent run first up. Wouldn't need to improve much to be in the finish here. Gets back on top of the ground, so that's going to be a plus as well. Its failures have all been on slow heavy, so gets the good ground. That looks a danger. So Ellerslie race 10, 3 from 14. Of the rest, there's a meeting at Pinjarra in WA. There's a 1,000-metre race, race 9, number 1 OV8. It's drawn the right gate here at 15. It's got 62 kilos, but it's won with that here before. This is its go. Pinjarra down the straight from the wide draw. Must go in. Park Lane's the main danger along with Hussars. They look the best 3. If the 15 gets a start, Soldier's Lad must go in. But I've got 1 on top, OV8. Chances to 2 and 6. And keep an eye out on the 15 if it gets a run. Randwick, pretty ordinary. They've gone back to their usual poor racing. Might be a bit of value. The last, I think Jacinta wins. Rides it a bit better this time. It's going to be hard to beat. It's around the $5 or $6 mark, probably over the odds at that price. I think that's probably the one if you're looking to back one out. Randwick race 8, number 10, Jacinta. That's basically it for the day. It's a fairly quiet day. As I say, at this stage, depending on scratchings and if nothing untoward happens track condition wise, there's probably a bit of value in the Melbourne quaddie by virtue of the fact that we risked the 2 favourites in the first leg and we risked the favourites in the last leg. If we're right there, we might be able to get something out of it. But I'll have to have a look at all the runners we're taking, and unless we're going to be taking at least 75% of the runners in those 2 wide legs have got to be double figures or longer. There's no value because we are going to be going fairly skinny with favoured type runners in the middle 2 legs. So I'd want to be sort of calculating a dividend of somewhere around 5,000 to 8,000 as a possible result, worst case scenario. If we think we can't get that, we'll pass. And we'll wait for a better day to have a bet. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Enjoy your Christmas and good luck on the punt tomorrow and for the rest of the week.